everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. A very cold and rainy day here at MadWorldTarot, it has to be said. I have the Storyteller's Tarot on the tarot table. Of course, our famous dragon slaying tarot for the dragon slayer who hasn't slain any dragons. Certainly not recently, but apparently, according to rumor, the dragon slayer might be planning a pop-up sort of a flash mob kind of a thing in Canada in the next just under a week, next few days basically. This is a rumor that's coming from Bark Jack, Teresa Longo fans on Twitter. Some of you may know about them. They are a source of royal gossip, or celebrity gossip basically, but also some royal gossip. Sometimes it stacks up, but most of the time it doesn't stack up. I think this is a rumor that doesn't stack up, but I'm going to just read around it. It's popped up in the last day or so that allegedly Harry is trying to arrange a meeting with King Charles in Canada. King Charles is, of course, going to Canada for 2 days, the 26th and 27th of May, with the Queen for the opening of the Canadian Parliament in Ottawa, and apparently he's going to be giving a throne speech, which I hope I'm not getting this all wrong. Apologies to my Canadian viewers if I am, but that's quite a big deal, apparently, sort of constitutionally and symbolically and everything else. And all that I can find out so far about these 2 days is this opening of Parliament in Ottawa. I'm not finding any other engagements. So according to Bark Jack, Harry is trying to arrange a meeting with the king. I saw energy around this kind of toing and froing and flying and traveling and stuff like that in a reading I've done just in the past few days. A similar rumor, it wasn't about Canada. The rumor then was that Harry either was in the UK trying to get a meeting with Pa, or was contemplating flying to the UK at the end of this month, May, to force a meeting with his father. I read on that, I got that the meeting wouldn't happen. So we're going to just check again with the Storyteller's Tarot and just see if Harry is desperate to see his father, if he is contemplating borrowing someone's private jet and flying to Ottawa from Santa Barbara, and how the king feels about such a thing. Of course, the Queen is there. The Queen is a great gatekeeper, I believe, personally. How does the king feel about such a thing happening? Is Harry likely to do it? Is Harry actually going to succeed in seeing his father? That's what we're looking at. 6-card reading. It is, of course, just tarot. It is, of course, for fun and entertainment. One more shuffle. It is all my opinions, all speculation. I just read energy here, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. So we're looking at same story, different continent. It's interesting that the story keeps coming up. And 6-card reading, I had to have a think about that. Yeah, 6-card reading. And what do the cards have to tell us about our failed dragon slayer, and what he might be up to, and how the king might be feeling about such an event? Harry leaping out from the crowd. 4 of Hearts is the 4 of Cups. It's the rejection card, the indifference and apathy card. So if Harry has been trying to force some sort of acknowledgement from the royal family, and I do think that BBC interview was his attempt at getting them to acknowledge him and sort of force some sort of meeting, he's been rejected. It's not working. There's indifference and apathy towards it. There's just an energy of, nah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And I don't think that's Harry's energy. I think that is the energy that's coming from the royal family. Grey rocking. I think it's as close to grey rocking as we can probably get with tarot. The 4 of Cups, just ignoring, just being indifferent, just, like you do with a toddler who's having a tantrum. And it's just, okay, we've said what we're going to say, and then we're just going to let you just carry on, and we're all going to carry on ourselves and just let it blow over. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting there. I don't normally get that kind of energy with the Four of Cups, but that's our underlying energy. So let's look heart of the matter. What is going on with the story? We've got the Two of Spikes. That's the Two of Swords. That's decisions and indecision, really. Crossroads. Do I or don't I? That's probably Harry's energy in this circumstance. Do I go or do I stay at home? Do I try and make the most of this opportunity? Pass, coming quite close, Canada, very familiar territory to Harry for many reasons. Or do I just ignore this opportunity and sit and stew at home with herself and that love board that she's created to memorialize our marriage, or her role in it, not mine? What do I do? What do I do? And no one can advise him. No one can point him in the right direction. This is something he's got to figure out himself. So let's see what he's thinking. Does he want to see par? Is he eager to see par? I've got the Judgment card. Judgment is a card really of forgiveness. Inherent in Judgment is forgiveness. So it's a second chance. It's an awakening. It's a huge card. It's a realization of something momentous. So his eyes have opened to something, to the fact that time is running out, to the fact that people are judging him very harshly for what he's done. Possibly. I would say the eyes are opening just a tiny crack in that context. But it's a desire for peacemaking, for reconciliation, he did go on about the First Nations and truth and reconciliation, which is a term that has been borrowed from South Africa and our own rather tortured history, literally and figuratively, unfortunately. But he banged on about that, and there it is. I think, I'm getting a horrible mental image now of something that he might stage where he wants par to sort of smoke the pipe of peace and have some kind of ceremony of mutual forgiveness mediated by the elders from whatever of those First Nations that he has connected with. That's the kind of ghastly mental image that I have. Ghastly to confront your father, your ailing father, with such a scenario. But that's what's actually coming through. So I'm just going to say it. It's a wild image, but it landed. So I'm going to express it. That might be the kind of thought process that's going on for Harry. Because, that's his brain. Okay, is he contemplating a trip to Canada to try and force a meeting with his father, or this kind of weird reconciliation narrative? I've got the High Priestess in reverse. It's the Secrets and Mysteries card, the High Priestess, given a nudge by somebody who is like a gatekeeper to the mysteries, which would be Megan, which would be I channel your mother when I'm doing yoga or playing my sitar or whatever I'm doing in the lotus position, because I'm so profound and you are not, you're just a cretin. In reverse, that is not following his own intuition and his own guidance, listening to someone else. He's not supposed to listen to someone else. Two of what's it? Spikes. Two of Swords, Two of Spikes. It's his decision to make, but he doesn't know how to make the decision. He might listen to kind of soothsaying with the High Priestess. I always get that feeling with the High Priestess that it's kind of brainwashing is too strong a word, but I can't think of a less intense version of that word right now. Persuasion, dripping, drip, drip, drip into his ear. Do this, do this, do this. You must do this because Mummy Diana says you must. There it is. High Priestess in reverse. It's very undercurrentish. It's not direct energy at all. It's subliminal energy almost. that's coming through for me. That's, of course, me. Mad World Tarot, quite mad, speculating madly and wildly here today. Of course, all my opinion. How about the king? How does the king feel about Harry suddenly popping up with the elders and, you know, the fire is lit and we can all dance around it? That sort of thing. I don't mean to demean any cultures or anything like that, but it's kind of a weird vibe I'm getting there. Can't tell you how weird it is. How does the king feel about this? 7 of Scepters on the defensive, braced and ready for this. He's alert to this idea. The 7 of Scepters is being in a defensive position, but in a very strong defensive position. Who's the gatekeeper? Who's going with him? Queen Camilla. And I'm sure any number of courtiers, and the king does not have a cell phone or a mobile phone. He's not contactable. He's not reachable. I think he's going to have a very full schedule. It's interesting to me. I have just looked. I have not been able to find that schedule. Why not? They don't want the has-been to know where he's going to be at any given moment. That's my conspiracy theory, and I'm entitled to have conspiracy theories. And so I'm going to. That's how that's reading. Absolutely not something that the king relishes. He is, I would say, taking precautionary measures to prevent any such awkward moment from happening. Is the has-been going to try his luck in Canada? Outcome energy. I've got the Lovers. That's reconciliation. Again, I'm getting strong Megan energy in this. It's choices. The Lovers card is about choices as well as about actual romantic love, actual partners, reconciling with people you might have fallen out. This big reconciliation energy in the Lovers, but it's a choice. It's a positive choice in this context. I'm just getting that he might actually stage something. If he stages something, because it's sitting right under this Judgment card where I had that awful download of that scenario, that very unfortunate scenario. Is it going to have the desired effect of forcing a meeting with the king? It looks like he might be tending into the energy of, yeah, I'm going to give it a whirl. Will it have the desired outcome of an actual meeting? No. The Fool in reverse. Going to fall flat if he tries it. He's going to make himself look stupid, less than the king. I was very worried that he'd make the king look stupid, put the king in a very difficult position politically, racially, everythingly. You know, how to get the king cancelled. Stage this kind of scenario. But this is the Fool in reverse, is you don't get the chance, the second chance that he wants. These are huge cards. These are major arcana all sitting here, just saying. But it's in reverse. This is the Fool. We've talked about the Fool before on the back of this donkey or ass even, and facing the wrong way. The ass is the one in the driving seat deciding where this Fool is going. Harry is not going to succeed. Whatever he decides to do, if he does decide to stage some sort of surprise intervention-y kind of thing, it's going to make him look ridiculous. It's taking a very dangerous risk. I don't mean physically dangerous, but I mean PR kind of toxic. If he does pull some kind of stunt like this, it's going to make him look stupid. It's going to make him look, I think, quite infantile and quite silly. If he pulls this kind of stunt, it's going to be viewed as just very immature, stupid, silly, attention-seeking kind of stunt without any genuine energy to actually meet privately with a father who, as far as we know and understand, is still struggling with cancer. This is not the way to do it. Some kind of stunt like this, the word stunt just keeps coming through. Some kind of stunt like this is going to land very badly for Harry. A strange reading. I hope I'm completely wrong about this. I'm reading energy, and I need to make that very clear. This, I think, is I've tapped into what scenarios that Harry is playing through in his own mind, that he might not actually act on, but it's very strong visual imagery that in fantasy world, where I think Harry spends a lot of time, I think this is the kind of scenario that he's painted for himself. I'm speculating with some encouragement from Mummy Diana via Mummy Diana 2. That's just how the energy is landing for me in this particular reading. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.